This video is made for entertainment purposes only. All claims are alleged. The contents of facts and all data shown in this video have been taken from various social platforms. Any resemblance to any person, entity, in any form is purely coincidental. My intention is not to hurt the sentiments of any person, personality, or any community in any form. But I am familiar with the show. I used to watch it, but I stopped watching a couple seasons ago, so just bear with me. But watching it again this season. But we're gonna get into it right now. So we're at the first scene with Sheree, and Martell, her new boyfriend, arrives at her house. Sheree says, despite what we've seen on TV, Martell has shown her nothing but respect, and she's happy she left the door open to love. Now, for all of you who don't know who Martell is, and you know why she would say, despite what we've seen on TV, is because Martell is not like an unfamiliar face to most. Maybe to a lot of people who watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, but he's not a new face to reality TV. He is on a reality TV show on OWN called Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're on their 6th season. Yes, so he was married and then he's now divorced. He's divorced because his wife divorced him. You want to go, if you've never seen Love and Marriage Huntsville, I suggest y'all go watch from the first season. It was really good, the first couple seasons. But his wife divorced him because he was having an affair. He had a mistress for 5 years, got her pregnant multiple times. The wife did not find out, but she did not leave him immediately. She gave him 5 years to get it together. He did not. The previous pregnancies that she had, she aborted them, but she finally decided to keep the last one. And I feel like she did it to spite Melody and to cause what happened, a divorce. So he got her pregnant multiple times. She kept the last baby. They got divorced. He is a narcissist. Recently there was a court case that ended where he initiated to try to take full custody of his kids and try to take his kids from their mother. So Martell is not new. And I'm really disappointed in Sheree, but at the same time I understand what type of mindset Sheree has. She's a pick me and she has an immature mindset, and it's really sad. But Martell is a narcissist. He's a piece of shit. He's a liar. He's a cheater. He is disrespectful. He is all of the above. And yeah, so we don't fuck with Martell over here. But she says she's happy she left the door open to love. I don't feel like it's love. I mean, we've seen the blogs before the season started. We all seen them fake ass stage photo op pictures they released. Like, if y'all was gonna do some shit like that, at least make it believable. Why didn't y'all take pictures on your iPhone and release them? Y'all really went and got a photographer, made them edit it so perfect. We knew it was fake. We knew it was fake. At one point, we thought it was you promoting, gonna be some marketing photos for you, for your failed ass, for Sheree's failed fucking business venture, She by Sheree. It wasn't even that. Like, it was for publicity to make people think y'all in a relationship. Them pictures were so two stage. Like, come on, bro. Y'all could have did better than that. But anyway, both of them they're not that bright, so their light bulb isn't on that much, so we can see why they did that. But it's like, it was such a giveaway. Like, come on. And everybody sees it. Everybody knows it. Martell is doing this for an image. But when we get more into it, I'm going to talk about how I feel about their dynamic. But she says she loves his physique. He gives big dick energy. Now, I don't know. Like, when I came across on his reality show that he's on, he's never did it for me. Like, I can see why people are attracted to him, or women are attracted to him. He has a nice body. He keeps himself in shape. He portrayed himself as, he has the semblance of a businessman, especially when he was with his wife, now ex-wife. He had the semblance of a successful businessman. He was successful, but now that he's divorced, we all know his wife was really the breadwinner, and she was his blessing. And now we all see through him, and he really ain't talking about nothing. We can see that. But like I said, I get back to it. I can see why people are attracted to him, but he's never did it for me. And he give big dick energy, no, especially now that we know who he is. Like, I see right there, he do not give big dick energy. He just don't. Not to me. And I'm not saying he's ugly as fuck or up, but he just never did it for me. He just don't. Not like everybody else. Sheree said she had a surprise for him and told him to get dressed. So he come back in the kitchen looking and made a crazy face like, and then he gonna talk about something. Oh, I thought it was a threesome. He said that in front of the chef, too. I would have looked at him like, girl, I would have looked at both of them like, what the fuck y'all got going on? I would have felt disrespected, like, nigga, who the fuck are you? Like, boy, you don't get your ass on somewhere? A threesome. Nigga, you crazy. Get the fuck out my face with this shit. I would have felt the way. Got my money for my shit and got the hell on. Cause I don't know what the fuck y'all thinking. Especially this man over here. No, let's get, talking about something. I thought it was a threesome. That's how you know what's on his brain. That's how you know he a dog ass nigga. Like, what the fuck you mean a threesome? You said this in front of this girl, this woman you're dating, whatever y'all got going on. They say he's your boyfriend, but if y'all go watch Love and Marriage Huntsville this season, he has not claimed her as his girlfriend. None of that. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Sheree. I feel like if they both came together and agreed, like, okay, we're gonna do this for business, we're gonna do this to have storylines or whatever. But I really do feel like Sheree has caught feelings for this man. I really do. I just can tell by how she's like so enthralled by him and so like affectionate with him. And if you really pay attention to how he acts, he's really not doing that with her. Like, yeah, he can really compliment. I can just tell like he's not into it like that. And then, like I said, the vlogs before the season started, there was him saying, somebody said that he said Sheree's not even his type. So, and I don't think he means like she's not attractive. She's a very attractive woman, like a nice body, whatever, keep herself up. But I feel like he doesn't want like a older woman. I'm just be honest. And I'm not saying that to down older women. I don't have an issue with older women because guess what? When I get that age, I'm not afraid. I'm not gonna be afraid to let people know how old I am. Yes, I am 50, yes, and I look 30. Thank you. Yeah. But I can just see it. I can just look and see she's into him more than he's into her. But they sit down and eat. And Sheree tells him about the party they're invited to. And she lets him know that who's all gonna be there. She brings up Candy and Todd. And Martell, you know, says he feels a way about Candy and Todd and talking about, oh, Todd is the one that's an opportunist because I guess Todd Candy, or they both call him an opportunist, which he is. Martell is definitely an opportunist. He's doing this for a storyline. He's doing this to up his profile. He is not into Sheree like that. He don't want Sheree for real. He don't claim her. Like, I really feel like this is for a storyline to help them both when it comes to, reality TV. But he don't want that woman. That's what he's doing. He's being an opportunist. He took the opportunity with Sheree to get on another show on another network, a bigger, more popular network and reality show for his image, and that's what it is. But he said, oh, I'm not the opportunist. Todd's the one that's the opportunist. And he was like, they better be respectful because they only like 3 feet tall. And I'm like, boy, who is you talking to? Like, nigga, don't nobody gotta respect you. Nobody has to respect you. And you don't put no fear in nobody's heart. The only big dick energy you give off is Sheree. Don't nobody else. Nigga, you're not that nigga. Like, stop it. Especially in these Atlanta streets. I feel like he feel like that in Huntsville. But this is Atlanta. This is a whole new ballgame. Different. And they say that he already messing with girls in Atlanta. Around Atlanta. Outside of Sheree. And I said, I hope them Atlanta girls running on his ass. Because, baby, I'm from Atlanta. I know how this shit go. This is not Alabama, baby. This is not Huntsville. They will run your ass. They will run that shit on your ass. And I hope they do. He thinking he the big time, big shot. No, this is not Huntsville. This is Atlanta. A whole different ballgame, baby. You was in Atlanta Street. Anyway. So he said that like they like he was really gonna do something. But I'm pretty sure at the party he did not have that same energy, and he didn't, because after the show aired, Candy did her review of the show, and I guess she had Todd on there, and Todd said he didn't have that same energy when he was in front of me. And I know he didn't, because he a bitch ass nigga. He, sorry if I can't say that, but that's what he is. He got all this energy, especially for women. He get like that. But when it comes to men, oh, it's a different story. Nah, you feel away. Why you didn't say nothing? Say that to him when you was in front of him at the party, but you didn't. All right, next. So next we go to Candy at her office, and she is with Don Juan and Cameron. And I know Cameron, when I did watch the show, watched the show a couple seasons back. I remember when she used to work for her, but then she started her own insurance company and stopped working for Candy. And I'm glad that she says business is going great, which is great for her. She looks good. Everybody looks good. So they asked about Sheree and talk about how she's not selling anything. And we all seen the catastrophe that happened with Sheree after that season finale she had. After the season finale, Sheree's website crashed. When it was up, she only had one, I believe, workout outfit and then one wrinkly ass shirt that was way overpriced. I know it was over $100. I think I forgot how much the workout set was, but it was like, you did all that just to have that on there, and then expected somebody to pay for that shit. That was really a slap in the face to the fans, to the show. She used the last episode, season finale of last season, to do all that. Like her shit was just gonna be so grandiose, and it wasn't. And the website's still down. She talking about later on in the show, oh, my website crashed. Oh, I feel good. I feel blessed, girl. So you got a lot of failed businesses, just like failed business attempts, just like Martell. He has a lot of failed business attempts as well. It's just y'all, yeah, I see where y'all came together, attracted each other, whatever. But yeah, that was really like, you did all that for that, and then still got the big head like she really did something. Like, girl, sit your ass down somewhere. Said she didn't want to pay. Sheree didn't want to pay anybody. She's never prepared when it comes to business, and we can all see that now. I mean, we even knew that. We knew that last. It took her how many years to really get it started, to actually launch it, and I feel like she only did it because of the show, to have a storyline. She came up with that idea when she was first on the show, and it never came to fruition. She never launched anything because she's, like she said, she's never prepared for business. She don't want to pay nobody, and she's not a very business savvy person. Like, she doesn't really want to work for it, for real. She's not as ambitious. She just wants shit to be given to her, or she want people to give her handouts without actually doing the work herself to build it. She don't want to do that shit. She been over She by Sheree. She just did that to get back on the show, to have a storyline. That's how I feel. But we get to the next confessional with Candy, talking to her son. And her son is crying, talking about he wants her to come home to help her with homework, and how she works too much, which we all know. Candy is not successful for nothing. She definitely works, and she definitely has her hands on a lot of different things. She's very successful at a lot of her business ventures, and she admits that she does work a lot, and that cuts to her family time. But I feel like she can cut back a little bit. I feel like you're very successful. You have that comfortability in that cushion to where you can take a couple months off. I feel like Kenny, she's just a workaholic. She's very successful, so I feel like she can take a step back and from work and actually just enjoy the fruits of her labor and take more time out for her family. So then we get Kenya and Monyetta, and they arrive at Katie's office. So first we hear about Kenya and how Monyetta hooked her up with one of her friends. who's a bachelor. He's pretty good looking, and she's finally feeling like herself again. She's finally feeling like a woman again after her divorce in 2019, which is good. I love that for her. I think a lot of women know that or experience that, where they just was like, forget love. I don't want to. They just numb themselves to it. And, a lot of men come across and they just don't do it for them. So I'm happy that it's somebody that came across that, sparked that within her again. So then they speak about Sheree and Candy's issue that they had, and they show the reunion and what they're arguing about, and then Sheree felt away about Candy's spoof that she did on her YouTube channel, um, which I feel was funny. I would have just laughed at it. Sheree, she's so big headed, she really thinks she's something that she ain't, and it just, oh, I'm talking about, oh, I'm something. Oh, you gonna clickbait me? Like, girl, you're nobody. Nobody be checking for you for real. They really don't. Like, just look at it, laugh at it, and move on about your day. That's how I would take it. Like, but ain't nobody doing that shit for no clicks and views. Don't nobody care about you like that. They really don't. They can take you or leave you. Just being honest. But Candy did admit that she was being petty at the time. But shit, it was funny, and it is what it is. But they speak about Martel, and they say they don't want him to come to the party. And I feel like, because they know Martell is full of it and they see right through him. Just like Candy, she let it be known in the blogs that she feels like he's using Sheree, which he is. And he's already running around in the streets of Atlanta, messing with this girl and that girl. We don't know who yet. She might come out, whatever. You know how that goes. But I believe it though. He's definitely messing around with people. He's opportunist. He's in a new land, and he's trying to know a man like that. When a man can't keep the shit in his pants, they go to a new city, new state. They want to try everything. But yeah, they don't want him to come to the party. And then not Candy, but Kenya lets them know that Martell did slide in her DMs, and she felt like it was awkward. So she gets her phone and they go look, and we see that she didn't accept the DM because they don't follow each other. So you don't follow somebody can send you a message, that don't mean it's gonna go through. You have to accept it for it to come through. So she never accepted it, but she just felt like that was awkward to be around him after he did that, slid in her DMs, and now he most likely did the same thing, but slid in Sheree DMs when Kenya didn't respond. That's how a lot of people feel, and 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 Sheree bit the bait, basically. Now, I don't know if that's how it happened. Maybe some people feel like Carlos, the old producer of Real Housewives of Atlanta, now producer of Love and Marriage Huntrell, put them together, which I could believe that. Just say they just come together, but all I know is I just know the shit is fake. That's I feel like it's fake. It's fake. It's produced. It's for the show. But yeah, we see that they say Martell is a thirst trap, which he is. He know all the little young girls who pick me's and the women who are picking me's, and they just looking at him for his outwardly appearance, gonna still want his attention or give him attention. Then we go to, Kenya asking Candy like what's going on with her and Todd, because she heard them fussing when they talked on the phone one time, and Candy says that Todd feels like she doesn't make time to help him with his work, but he makes time for hers. And Candy lets her know Todd has written a lot of movies and wants Candy to help him produce them and look over the script with another person. But Candy feels Todd wants to make her the problem. I feel like if your son feels that way, that you work a lot, your husband feels that way, you work a lot, and you're not making enough time for them, or making them a priority, when it comes to things that they want to do, then it got to be some type of truth to it. Like, we all, Candy is a workaholic, like I said before. So I don't just feel like it's just Todd being needy. We know Candy works a lot. So I feel like she needs to learn how to, she needs to let go a little bit. Like, girl, you are set. You're set for life. And I'm pretty sure the businesses that you have can run by themselves. They can run by themselves, or you have teams that run them, where you still gonna be making money if you just sit down and just say, okay, I'm not gonna worry about this for a good minute, or I'm not gonna be so involved that I have to be gone from my family and from my husband, my children every day, all day. So I feel like Candy should really just be like, okay, let her take about 3-month break and just focus on her family, her kids, and just spend time with them. That's what I feel. Why not? Like, you can do that. It's not like you chasing a bag and you trying to get to a place of stability and success and comfortability. Like, you are very well, like, you're well off. Like, you can do that. So I feel like she should do that. I just feel like she don't want to do that because, like I said, she's a workaholic. And I feel like if she was to take that long of a break, she'll be miserable probably. But I feel like that's needed. And Kenya says, you got to make time for your husband. I don't want you in divorce court like me. So make time for him. And I agree. Go to the next scene, and Candy and Todd are at home with the children. This time, Todd is still working, and Candy feels like he's taking time away from the family time. She feels like if she can balance out work and family, she expects Todd to do the same. But he continues to work. I don't know. I don't know if she really does balance it out that much. I just don't know. If your husband, your child is still complaining about that, might not be as balanced as you think. So then we go to Marla and her nephews, and they're back after she kicked them out. They played that scene when she let Sheree and Sonya know that she kicked them out. Now, I don't know the full story because, like I said, I didn't watch last season, but that little clip, and I heard a little bit over the blogs. But yeah, they're having a therapy session, and she said she needed a break. They said they need a break too. But they're having this therapy session on how they're going to move forward and be better with each other and for each other, which I feel that was a good thing to do. Good thing to have between them together, therapy session to keep them on track and create a better relationship between them. And Marlo says, it was really just them having more respect for each other on both ends. So from on her end and from her nephews, and just gaining more respect for each other, and their relationship will be better. I agree. So then we go to Sonya and no, well, this is back at Sheree, but Sonya and Courtney arrive at Sheree's house. So they meet up. They do the little highs and all that. Go to the gym, then they go back upstairs. And they start talking, and Courtney says Candy has been asking around about her. And then Sheree was like, said something slick, and then Sheree was like, she still feels away about Candy and her spoof that she made. And I feel like both of their issues with Candy are petty, especially Courtney. Like, why are you so pressed about her asking about you? I mean, is it really that? It's not that deep at all. Like, she's this is another person doing shit for the show. Cause her issue is, girl, that shit is so petty, it's ridiculous. Like, girl, I asked about you because I heard somebody said you knew me or you were my friend. I would ask about you too. Like, okay, do you know her? Because I don't remember her. Do you know her? Okay. And the person say like, oh yeah, and then describe you. Maybe I would remember you. That's it. It ain't got shit to do with you being like me. I'm just like pressed about you. Or I'm so worried about you that I gotta ask about you. No, it don't got nothing to do with that. I'm pretty sure, like you said, Candy is global. She's worldwide. She is not worried about you. But at the same time, for her being who she is, if somebody she don't know or don't remember is telling people, oh, that's my friend, yeah, I would ask too, like, who is this person? It's crazy people out here. crazy delusional people out here talking about they my friend and I don't have no idea. Yeah, let me be cautious. But other than that, it is not that deep. I'm sure it wasn't that deep on Candy's end. But Courtney, she's trying to make it a big deal for the show. And I hate when people do that because this shit it's so annoying. When you try too hard and you do too much, it's so annoying to me. It's a turn off. It's so annoying. And like it's not that deep. It's really it's really that deep for you to be on the show. It's that deep. You got to do all that. It's not. But Courtney was like, "Oh, does it look like I need to have look for friends or be pressed about friends? Like, I'm pretty sure Candy ain't pressed about you. She would just, I'm pretty sure it was a simple question, and that was that. Like, just girl, sit down somewhere. Sit down." Then they asked her about Martell, and she says her glow is definitely because of Martell. And like I said earlier, earlier in the review, like I said, I really do feel like Sheree likes Martell more than he likes her, and she probably has caught a little bit of feelings for him. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I really do feel like that. Now, if she hasn't, she a good ass actor, but I can just tell like she's more into him than he is into her, and he is on his assignment of using her for a storyline and using her to be relevant and to up his profile when it comes to this reality TV show shit. That's what I feel. But I feel like she's on that too, but I feel like she let her feelings get involved a little bit. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. She done caught feelings for that man. It might not be, but she has. I don't care. She has. I can just tell. Like, she just so excited, excited to talk about him, be with him. Blah, blah, blah. She really feel like she got a prize. Like, she really thinks she got a prize. That's how she acts. She really thinks she got a prize. She really thinks she got a man that, ooh, I got the man everybody want and can't have. And that's the type of energy and body language she give off when she talk about him, when she around him. Like, and it's just, you too old to fall for that shit. Like, you're at an age where you should be mature enough to not be green and naive to fall for that. Especially with Martell. Like, it's not like you came across this man and you had no idea of his track record. Like you said, despite what we've seen on TV, what we see on TV of him is who he is. He ain't shit. He is a narcissist. He is a liar, manipulator, all of the above. That's what he is. Disrespectful. See how he treats his wife. So it's not like this is somebody you don't know, you came across and they told you what they wanted you to know, and they didn't tell you the bad things, or they try to flip it and make it seem like they were the victim. No, you know about this man, and you feel like, oh, you won something. No, this man is not no prize at all. He's not. But she said, oh, they both went into it being intentional. Now, if she mean like, yeah, they both went into it being intentional, like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna come together for the show. This ain't real, and we're gonna be together for storylines. Then okay, I like she telling the truth. But if she really like on a dating tip, like for real, like really like him and really want to be with him, and talk about he's intentional, that man is not intentional. He is not. He's using it. But intentional, no. He might talk a good game, but he's not intentional. If he was intentional, he wouldn't have did what he did in his marriage. He wouldn't be divorced if he was intentional. If he was intentional, he would have made better choices when it came to his marriage and his family. If he was intentional. So if it's any, so I feel like she probably told on herself, like, yeah, being intentional. Yeah, they were both intentional on being like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna fake this relationship for a storyline to keep this check rolling in, to up our profiles, and that was that for the image. But being seriously intentional as a man, he is not. Next, we go to the last scene where we are at Sonya's husband's party. Ralph, Drew's husband, now estranged, soon to be ex-husband, arrives without Drew, and everybody asking where she is, and he says, "Oh, she has a lot going on with family, but he wanted to make sure he showed support to his boy." So she's going through. He made it seem like she was going through so much, like he said, crisis and everything. She's going through all that, and you decided it's in your best interest to say fuck your wife and show support at a party instead. Not stay home and support your wife with what she's going through. But you wanted to show out just to show support for your boy at a party. I see why she divorced your ass. Now, like I said, I didn't watch the last season, but I heard a little bit here and there, and they say Ralph ain't shit either. And he don't look like shit in the confessional. And I really be laughing at his confession, like, what the fuck is going on with his hairline? This man don't even have no fucking hair. He don't even have no fucking hairline. He looked like he just looked like he annoying as hell, and he just looked like I ain't shit either. That's how he looked. Like, but it's like it says a lot. Like you said, you made it seem like your wife was just going through so much, and you said fuck your wife, and you didn't want to support her just to come to a fucking party. That I'm sure if you would have told your boy that your wife was going through shit, he probably would have understood why you didn't come. But yeah, I see why she divorced your ass. Anyway, next we go. Everybody's talking, mingling. Then Martell and Sheree arrive, and when they talk, and Kenya talks to them, and Kenya asks, "So are you dating?" They say they are officially dating. And like I said, Sheree is just so happy to be strutting up in that party with Martell. Now, I ain't gonna lie. They both look really good. They both look really good. They did. They really did look good. I ain't no hater, so they did look good coming in. They really did. But it's just she really just thinks she got a prize. Like she really do. But they come in, they let them know they officially dating. Then we go to Marlo. Marlo talking to Courtney, telling her what Sonya said to her. What Sonya was told by Courtney about Candy asking around about her. And I feel like Sonya was being messy too. Like, what was the point of you telling Marlo that? Knowing Marlo and Candy don't get along, why the fuck are you telling her that? Yeah, she was being messy for me. I feel like she was being messy. So, Marlo, non-factor instigating ass, gonna go tell Courtney. Go tell Courtney what was said. And then Courtney, animated ass, go over there and start talking to Candy, telling her, like, how she feel about her asking around about her. And then she getting a little hype and all the movements in her neck. I'm like, girl, sit your ass down somewhere. Like I feel like you doing too much. Like you're doing too much. It's not the issue. Is not that serious. It's not even an issue for me. Like it's not even an issue. It's nothing for your ass to be getting that hype about. It's nothing. It's not even nothing for you to be telling everybody. Oh, she said this and she was asking about me. It's nothing. It's really nothing. Like, girl, y'all are too up in age for this to be acting like this. Like, come on. And then go Marlo as in the background, like, girl, it's not that deep. In the background looking like, girl, sit. I just don't like Marlo. I don't like her. Like, ooh, I don't like her. And I don't like Courtney either. Just how she just came off rip. But then she started getting too buck and animated with Candy. And Candy was like, bitch, you better back up. She said, you better back up. I'm about to head, but this bitch. Oh, Candy said, I'm about to head, but I ain't never heard nobody say that shit. I'm about to head, but I just heard somebody say, I'm about to beat this ass. I'm about to drag her. I'm about to dog walk. I'm about to head, but this bitch. That's how Candy might really beat the fuck. She said, I'm about to head, but this bitch. I'm like, okay, Candy. But shit, I'll be natural. Like, girl, why you getting an attitude? Like, I told you it wasn't that deep. I just asked because somebody's mentioned you, and I asked because I don't remember you. You're nothing to remember. But she didn't even say it like that with shade. She was just like, I asked because somebody mentioned you and I didn't know who you were. So I asked him like, who are you? That's it, girl. Like, it's not that deep. Have a fucking seat. The fuck? Like, come on. So Kenya and Monyetta are talking to Sheree, and they're, asking her how everything going with her and Martell, and then Monyetta lets her know, like, hey, I just heard in the streets that Martell was talking to people, women outside of you in Atlanta, and stuff like that. And then in Sheree's confessional, she like, well, she's a Ferrari and anyone else is a Toyota, and if he wants to date down, then that's on him. No, I feel like both of y'all are fucking Toyotas. And it ain't nothing wrong with Toyota, but both of y'all are goddamn Toyota. You ain't no Ferrari, and he damn sure ain't no fucking Ferrari. Both of y'all are Toyotas. That's the way you put it. And both of y'all dated down. You're a downgrade to him. Compared to his ex-wife, you're definitely a fucking downgrade. So pipe the fuck down with that bullshit. You are not. I applaud the confidence that you have, but you ain't that like that. You just not. Okay? That's how I feel. But she was like, you know how women are when they have a man they been with for a minute or whatever, and they know they ain't shit or whatever, and people come around and tell them about their man all the fucking time, but she gonna stand beside her man no matter what, and she's acting like they have such a good foundation, like they've been together for years, like nothing can break them. That's how she act. Like, oh, when Kenya told her, like, oh, well, he's been in my DMs, and I wanted to let you know from me before you heard it from anybody else because we're friends. She was so like, oh, well, fuck you, girl. Oh, you want to tell him? Well, I'm gonna tell him to come here. Like the way she put her finger out telling him to come here, like, just had that type of confidence, like, oh, that's my man, I'm gonna believe him, whatever, I'm gonna stick beside him. Like, girl, he making you look stupid already. But it's just like, that's why I feel like she definitely has some emotions involved, and she caught feelings for Martell. She really thought, I'm pretty sure if this was, they got together for publicity and for storylines, I feel like she caught feelings and she feel like, okay, well, we did get together this way, but it could turn into something real, and that's not gonna happen. He don't want her. I can just tell by their energy and their body language toward each other. She's way more into him, like she's way more affectionate, all that. And I can just be looking at him and the way he looks and talks when he's around her, like, yeah, he could put on a good little show, but I see through it. But yeah, that was the review. But I can't wait to see the next episode when Kenya finally cuts his ass out and let his ass know what it is. Like, nigga, this is not Huntsville. This is the Atlanta streets, and yo ass will get dealt. Yo ass will be, yeah, don't come over here acting like you that nigga, because you ain't. Because I really feel like you got that energy. But, yeah. He messing with them Atlanta girls, and then talking about it was some young girls. Well, whoever. But I hope the Atlanta girls running on his ass, because I already know how that go. It's not the same as Alabama, Huntsville. I hope they're running on his ass. But yeah, I'm ready for the next show to see Kenya cuss his ass out, because it's well deserved, and I want to see how he react.